right, people, so it's another beautiful day, and we brought you another interview from the man himself. This man, I'm sure he's one of the most intelligent Ghanaian rappers right now, and you know it. He's very discerning. Most of his things he says, I don't know how he does it, but we'll find out all that today. I have with me Ayigbe Edem. Now Edem. I know Edem, the Ayigbe, they be like, we know they feel left farm out too.
No, so now it's Edem, aka Ayigbe. I tire you people.
We know they feel change, we try. You know, but
okay.
It's been quite a journey.
Yeah.
Yes, from Ayigbe Edem to Edem. What caused the whole change?
No, I mean the transition was because of the fact that the Ayigbe name was a little disrespectful when you look at the history of the airways. But I've also come to after that transition, I realized that people still have a hold onto the name. So we just decided to not really stress the fans. I mean, the fans want to call you whatever they want to call you. Sometimes you even release a song and they call you by the name of the song. Like somebody will see you and go like, "Papa did item," you know, or somebody will see you and call you Danyejilo. So it's and people still have a hang of that name. So I mean, Edem, aka Ayigbe, Edem, go get him. Edem Bevu Nation. You just feel free. Yeah. When you see me for town, show love.
Edem, few weeks ago we had this incident and we realized that you had earlier on made a statement with regards to a lot of A-list celebrities carrying guns with them, and people didn't take it serious until what happened last 2 weeks. Was it something you had seen, or was it something that you popped out of your head? What caused you to make that tweet in the first place?
I was asked if I think that industry beef is good, and I was like, we don't really need it. We just need to try and be able to create and blow up as various teams. And the people in the media, half of the time, you people don't know what is really going on the ground. Because we the artists, we are the ones in the streets, we are the ones who have boys all over the country who will call you boss. I went to this ghetto and this is what they are saying. Or I went to so and so place and this is what I saw. And I was telling them on radio, which is Hits FM, that I am telling them that this kind of every camp feeling, no camp can touch me or I can move to the other camp, is putting a certain type of tension where now every team that goes on the road wants to be ready for anybody who also wants to attack or to intimidate them. And that was what I said. And I said it in November last year.
Yeah.
You know, and so.
And was it because of an experience that you had? Because a lot of people are wondering what could let Edem say this and we could see this happen.
It's because of intelligence I've gathered. Yeah, I mean, I'm in business and I know what happens. It's not everything that's your business, and it's not everything, to be very honest, you can say on TV and radio, because sometimes you don't want to agitate people. Sometimes you want to be politically correct because of your position, and so I'll leave it at that.
All right, Edem. In the last few months, we've seen you on a couple of projects, especially with the Snappy Campus store. How has it been going for you? I've seen you put a few young artists on it. I've seen the likes of Richie Rhymes. I've seen Kula in there. What could motivate you to share? I don't want to use glory, but to share your spotlight with these young people.
Well, I mean, what is my take on this journey of life that we are on is that we are all connected. We are all connected because somehow you think that what somebody does doesn't affect you until it really happens. And so I've not seen anybody who has so much dislike for their neighbor that when their house is on fire, they don't go to throw water to put it off. Because when you don't put it off, it will move to your house. So somehow we are all connected in life. Somebody might be in Japan, but you are all connected one way or the other. And so any chance I get to be able to impact somebody, I try to do it because I think that we all need to grow together. And when you know people, you need to be able to contribute to their life positively. And because Kula and Richie, they are very forceful, they are trying to break out into mainstream. I have a platform. I'm doing 16 shows on the road, schools, and these people will grow and become the fans of the artist. I'm like, let me share my platform with these brothers. Let them go, let people know them, and let them create. And I'm super, super proud of Richie Rhymes and Kula. Big up to Kula for winning and sang. You deserve it, and so congratulations, Richie Rhymes. Your glory is also on the way. Yeah,
I see you are very connected to your roots. That is the Volta region.
yes.
I realize you go there a lot of the time, but this is a place where people don't think is economically viable for music. What is your motivation for you to consistently connect with, like, try to push people from there, try to connect with them, let them feel like, looking at an event like Edem Fest.
Yeah.
You could have done it somewhere in Accra, and
to
trust
be
me,
able
sponsors would run to you to be part of it, because obviously this is more like an economic city.
Yes.
Where do you get that kind of motivation from?
I think that I try to, or we understand that if you don't start anything, there won't be any progress. And no matter how hard it is, I think it is my cross as an artist to continue to try to throw light on the fact that we are a country of 10 to 11 regions because of the new demarcation, and we all have to continue to try and better our roots. That way the whole country is developing. If we all run to Accra, we all do things in only Accra, we all build houses in Accra. Imagine all the cool people build houses in only Accra. That place wouldn't become a big tourist site, and people wouldn't have a place to sleep when they go for the festival. And so it would be nice to have the North develop, Axim develop, Cove Town develop, and events over there, entertainment over there. And I say this, the last year we did Edem Fest, what touched me was an old lady in the morning, whilst we were hanging around, said, "My son, may God bless you forever, because in my entire life, I haven't sold groundnut to a tune of 200 Ghana in a night before." And it really touched me, because we are doing a show, trying to showcase underground artists, trying to sell where we are from, trying to get people to understand that it has beautiful places, trying to also get people to stop thinking that when you go there, there's something there that will devour you, because they will come and have a nice experience. Then the economic demography of the place is also changing, because somebody has been able to sell just groundnuts, which goes for like 50 pesos, 200 Ghana, because maybe somebody has a drink or two and they come and buy, or they buy for a couple of friends. And for me, that is very significant and powerful. And so that is why I do this. And I mean, I love my region. I'll die for my region, just like the way I love my country. And everywhere I go in the world, I represent Ghana and make sure that you know that Ghana is the place to be, amazing country to have. And so that's the same love I have for us as a people too.
Wow. I'm really touched by this, especially with the old lady's experience. And my problem is, when you go on some of these, you have your own reasons for taking up, embarking on some of these things. Do you have enough support? Do you get brands and companies coming through to push it? Because that is what I always think about. Because at the end of the day, I feel like economically these brands will not feel as confident coming on board. So how do you manage to pull these things through? Because there's a lot of cost involved.
So I can comfortably tell you that the first edition of Edem Fest, Volta Regime Music funded it. We funded it from our pocket. That's because we think that sometimes nobody wants to take the risk, but you have to create the environment. And I think that about 15 years ago, companies weren't running to Kweu. And so it's a group of people who continuously, and so we are just continuing. That is not to say that some brands have not been supportive. Amazing salute to MTN, because from the first edition they came on board and they supported us. Snappy supported us on the previous edition. And I'm saying this, I told them when I was closing a deal with them to take part of my money to support the show. So it's like you want to give me maybe let's say 400,000, and I say that you know what, or you want to give me 300,000. I say that you know what, I want 400,000, but commit 50,000 every year for the next 2 years to Edem Fest. So we did that, and they came on board last year and supported the show. And I'm hopeful that if the economy is doing well, they'll still come this year to support us. And I encourage other brands, if you guys don't go to all the other parts of the country, people continue to run into the city. If you guys don't continue to develop entertainment around the country, there are talents all over, from Axim to in Sawam to everywhere. People should also be given a chance to shine, and that is the reason why, no matter how burdensome it is, we'll still continue to push. So big up to the team, Masol, great manager, Eme, Joshua, Kofigo, Esihini, all the people from Volta One Music who support Volta One TV, all the people who come to support. We really, really appreciate you guys.
Nice one. Edem, in the last few weeks, we've seen a couple of Nigerians trooping into Ghana. We had Harry Song in Ghana to promote a single. We had Patorankin coming to host an album listening session here in Ghana. We've had Praise in Ghana promoting a song that he has. Yes, he did with Stoneboy. We hardly see Ghanaians traveling to other countries, African countries, to go and push their projects, or say go on a media tour. I don't know. Since you are an A-list artist, I feel you are the best person I can ask this question. Is there something that limits our reach when it comes to music, or it's just that we don't have that willpower to go beyond our boundaries?
There is nobody whose willpower is stronger than the willpower of the Ghanaian artist. We are ridiculously driven. We are passionate about this music. But there is nothing that you can do without resources. No matter how much you want a house in Trasacco and you are passionate about it, there is nothing you can do without resources. And we must understand that they have the resources and the means than us. If you go into Nigeria, that is one. Two, Nigerians don't open their doors to artists like the way Ghanaians do. Now, I'm going to cite an example for you. Name all the major Ghanaian songs that have crossed over into Nigeria. They have a Nigerian on it. On it. From Fefe Nefe, the only song that did the exception is Ahunkaum. But even that, there was a collaboration between Goodies and Kenneth's music. So we are more open to everybody. Why am I saying that? I have seen Ghanaian stations and TV stations and radio stations that don't even want to interview artists, or that want to take money to interview artists. But I've seen some of them go to hotels of visiting artists into the country and waiting in the lobby for them to come down to interview them. A Ghanaian artist will never get that in Nigeria. They won't come after you when they hear you are in town. But over here, when a Nigerian is in town, everybody reaches out to them. So the playing fields are different. At the same time, it has to make economic sense. If you're a Ghanaian and you have, let's say, $100,000, and you go and blow it up in Nigeria, and you are known, will they call you for a show for you to recoup the money? If they won't call you for a show, what is the point of going into the market to go and spend money in that market? But Nigerians are comfortable coming here because when they come here and they blow up, they will come on Ghana Meets Niger. Yeah. They will come on Vodafone Music Awards.
Come on Glow.
They will come on Glow. But if Ghanaians blow, and let me cite an example. Fuse ODG is known in Nigeria. Sarkodie is known in Nigeria. How many times have they been billed to come and perform? The last time Ghanaians did a show in Nigeria, it was a Ghanaian organizing a show in Nigeria. You understand? So there are some facts that we have to really, really accept and know that this is the real reason. One, they don't you will never hear a Ghanaian song in a Nigerian club. You might see it on the Nigerian TV, but even that, they will only play it when they are playing a Ghanaian segment. But Ghana stations don't have video play and have a Nigerian segment. They play it like the way they play a regular Ghanaian video. And so these are the real realities. But the artists, we have amazing relationships with them. You want to reach out for features, you are going to do features. But to put it on platforms, it's a numbers game. And so if you reach out, they might play it 1, 2, 3, but there it goes. Also, these people just enjoy their music than any other music in the world. And we also have to begin to enjoy our music than any other music in the world. We should enjoy it so much that if you're in a club and they don't play any other music, we can go home and still be happy. But even the consumers enjoy other forms of music than their own. So we have to look at all these things and be realistic.
All right, Edem, let's talk about your music video Power featuring Stonebwoy. I know the song has been out for a while. We've been enjoying it so much, and it took a couple of months before the video. And even when I heard the video was shot, it took quite a time before. Is it a strategy? What is happening? It's like you are putting us in so much suspense.
So that video is the video I have suffered to get together my entire career.
Wow.
We shot the video the first time. Before that, when I was available, Stonebwoy was out of town.
Okay.
When Stonebwoy came to town, I was out on a trip doing ambassadorial duties for the Ministry of Tourism. Then, when we were ready to shoot, and the director put everything together and he contracted a company to bring the equipment, everything the company brought that day we shot, but it wasn't what he was looking for. And so we shot and he didn't get the footage he was looking for. So we scrapped the entire shoot.
Wow.
Even though money was spent. That was in November. Then straight we ran into December, where every artist was doing shows back to back, so we couldn't shoot. Then we entered January, and then we got busy, and then I had to shoot the video for Toto, because Toto was making waves. And so we had to put Power on hold. Then we go back in February to try and get Power done. Now when we shot Power with Stone, we had to shoot the storyline in the video. And so we shot the storyline in March to be able to do the cutaways before the director got on the bench to cut the video and get it ready. It was stressful. And then after that, we set the date in April that, okay, it has taken long, so let's release it on 20th of May, which is my birthday, to be able to tell the fans that it was worth the wait. Then on the 19th was the VGMA, a brawl happened. And then we decided that, you know what, in the midst of everything, let's wait 2 to 3 days before we release it. And then we released it on the 23rd.
What a journey. What a journey.
Yeah, so it's been a crazy. We wanted it to come out ASAP, but somehow
something always came in the way.
The forces didn't want the power to reign.
Yeah, and trust me, it's a great video. I've actually seen it. And just few days, the feedback, the response I'm seeing online has been crazy. Yes. What has been the secret? Like,
I honestly don't know. I think that I have always been a generic artist in the sense that I always like things to be natural. I don't like to create a hype or something. I like people to respect my work because I just put in the effort. And once again, I think this year we are beginning to build up towards my album release. And so maybe that is the reason. I also think maybe it's also because I'm beginning to push for more presence online and to be able to grow. But I think that people also love it because it's an amazing record. Yeah. The video is great. Shouts to Isihine and everybody. I'm forgetting the assistant director who also assisted Isihine. Big up to you too. you supported. It's amazing. If you haven't seen the video, shall I go check out Edem
you
Power
have more than
featuring
100,000
Stoneboy?
views
Yes,
already, yeah.
And after the views, I gave away a lot of airtime yesterday. So
Wow.
when we hit
Time
200k,
is out.
when we hit 200k views, guys, let's make 200k views before Monday or before the weekend. I'm going to definitely post a lot of airtime online.
Guys, I missed the first airtime dash. I don't want to miss the second one. Please, let's hit 200k views as soon as possible.
Go. We are going to
yes,
million.
yes. Then we can also enjoy some free airtime. Charlie, before I let Edem go, in the last few weeks, what happened at the VGMA? The what do you call it? The board has come out with sanctions for 2 of our artists. One school of thought thinks it's very harsh, and the board is not respecting the position of artists, because if something had happened, they were expecting that, look, there should be a disciplinary committee. You have to call the artists or something. And another school thinks that, this is their award scheme. We have given them the room to operate. And so if they are taking a decision, it's based on what they think is best for them. Edem, you are a very intelligent young man. What is your position on this one?
You are making my life difficult. I think that the board was harsh on my brothers. This is my reason. The issue happened, and it didn't take even a month for the ban to happen. I think that there should be more time spent trying to just call parties, speak to everybody, police investigations, and be able to. Or it should not be indefinite. It should be for a certain period of time, and then the ban will be released. But at the same time, I think that people are also making it look like music and the industry rallies around VGMA. It doesn't. Before VGMA, there were no awards, and Paapa, Yankson and them were blowing the streets and doing the shows. That's not to discredit the VGMA, but I'm saying that artists can still shine without being awarded, because I'm a perfect example of an artist who hasn't gotten Artist of the Year, but I'm in the business. And so it's harsh, but at the same time, I think that people shouldn't think that without VGMA, artists won't thrive. What we need is the fans to continue to support us because they love the music, and we'll keep moving it forward. And so the board should maybe reconsider their position and maybe make it a duration for the band. That's what I can say.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I've taken enough of your time.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Thank
man.
you for having me.
Yes, man.
Yes.
So go check the video out, guys. Power.
Power.
It is out, man. Edem featuring Stoneboy.